Yeah, so this is draft lottery number 3, right? And this was introduced as part of the 2022 collective bargaining agreement ahead of the 2023 draft cycle. And basically, the purpose of it is that the first 6 picks of the first round of a given draft are now determined by a lottery to discourage tanking and discourage bad teams from being really, really bad, and to try and encourage teams to lean into spending more and investing more in their teams. That's kind of the rationale. That's why it was put in place. I think the jury's still out on how well that's working. But yeah, year 3 out of the 2022 collective bargaining agreement.
So unscripted question for you.
Yeah.
On a scale from 1 to 10, how much do you like that there's a draft lottery for baseball?
Oh, well, I love it a ton, but that's completely personal bias, right? For a couple of reasons. Number one, there's like really 3 reasons I like it. So one is grounded in the bias of the teams that I enjoy and talk about the most, right? I'm a Twins fan. They're usually at least hovering around playoff contention, right? And so as a team that's either going to probably be eliminated early in the playoffs or just fall outside the playoffs, having a chance to jump up is obviously exciting because we enjoy amateur baseball in the draft. That's 50% of the show is about that. Same goes for the Brewers and the Cubs in general, who we also discuss. I also enjoy bad organizations being punished for being dumb and not doing anything to get better. Like there's like a mean streak in me to whom that appeals. Like I like the White Sox having to suffer for being a miserable organization, although I think they're doing some things a little better now. But I do enjoy that aspect of it overall. So I'm a fan of it. And it also adds a little intrigue and drama to the winter meetings, right? It's another thing with the Rule 5 draft. Those are back-to-back nights. And the offseason is typically moving pretty slow. I just wish, Jeremy, they would change the show a little bit and slow it down. Because if they do it how they did it last year, the whole thing was over in like 4 minutes, and it was really confusing to understand, like in real time, who was moving up and who was not. And if you're locked into those details, that's incredibly exciting if you're a fan of a team who's moving up a spot, which we'll get to.
Can't they take a page out of like the NBA's?
Yeah, they could. Book? They could, but go ahead. Sorry.
Well, where they have like the teams listed in the order that they should be, right? And then they reveal the plaque, and we skipped a team, and then the voice says,
right,
that means that the Hornets are in the top 30.
Right, exactly. So there's two things missing currently, and this is just based off of last year. Who knows? Maybe they're going to make significant improvements this year, but I highly doubt it. So the 2 pieces missing there, dude, are this. Number 1, it goes way too fast. They just rip off the names in like 30 seconds and it's done, and you're still trying to like process and keep up with who's picking where. And then the second thing is, I would consider myself someone who's pretty clued into how the draft lottery works. There's no one providing the like internal monologue for people who are new to it or are more casual draft fans to explain, oh, blah, blah, blah. Like the Oakland Athletics cannot pick inside the top 10 this year because of this, this, and this. There's no voice explaining it. They just like show the names. They appear really quickly, and then they kind of have to break it down after the fact. So it's really bad. And yes, they should absolutely copy the NBA's approach.